The Importance of Small Business, brought to you by the Innovation Connector. What do you think of when you hear the word business? You probably think of certain brands or companies you interact with every day, like Walmart, Apple, or General Motors. These are what would be considered big businesses, companies that employ thousands of people all across the country. If they decide to set up shop, they can provide hundreds of jobs to local communities. But unfortunately, big businesses are often vulnerable to changing market conditions and economic cycles, which can lead to widespread job loss or even recession. If big businesses pose such a big risk, should communities look to them for stability? What if small business, more than big business, holds the future for economic growth? Small business includes companies with anywhere from 1 to 500 employees, but don't let the numbers fool you. Small business is more important than you think. You see, American business is overwhelmingly small business. Small businesses make up 99.7% of all U.S. employer firms, and businesses with less than 20 workers make up 89.6%. These businesses pull their weight in the market. The 28 million small businesses in America account for 54% of all U.S. sales. Small business is also crucial for job creation. Since the 1970s, small business has provided 55% of all jobs and 66% of all net new jobs. And since 1990, while big business has eliminated 4 million jobs, small business has added 8 million jobs. It's clear small business has a big impact on the economy. Because small business is a vital part of any community, as well as a viable alternative to big business, having a place that fosters small businesses and allows them to grow is equally vital. That's where business incubators come in. Business incubators provide critical help to small businesses at their most vulnerable time, reducing the risk of failure. 87% of firms that graduate from business incubators are still in business after 5 years. Business incubators also bring revenue back into the community. For every $1 of public spending at an incubator, $30 is generated in local tax revenue. The Innovation Connector has been serving small businesses in Muncie, Indiana, and surrounding Delaware County since 2002. During that time, they've enabled small businesses to consistently produce impressive amounts of revenue, as well as maintain livable employee salaries. The Innovation Connector is not only a gathering place for entrepreneurs and events, but also a launch point for big ideas. Since 2014, the Connector has held the Big Pitch Contest, a business pitching competition that helps the top small business creators in the area jumpstart their businesses. And with the creation of the Coding Connector in 2017, the Innovation Connector continues to redefine what it means to be a business incubator. Through the ebb and flow of a city's economy, the coming and going of big businesses, small business will remain. And as long as small businesses continue to be an integral part of the Muncie community, there will always be a place where they can start, grow, and mature. A place where they can thrive. The Innovation Connector.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 3rd Annual Excellence in Innovation Awards. My name is Ted Baker, and I'm the Executive Director of the Muncie Innovation Connector, and I'm thrilled that you're here. This week is Global Entrepreneurship Week, where entrepreneurs around the world are celebrating their roles in the entrepreneurial ecosystem. And we find it fitting then that we too can celebrate tonight as we honor spectacular people in our own community that truly defines what it means to be entrepreneurs and innovators. You see, from a rough idea sketched on a dinner napkin to a brightly lit light bulb, ideas and dreams take time to process and contemplate and come to life. You see, this is innovation at work. This year has been one of growth and innovation at the Innovation Connector, providing programs such as the Wendy Kennedy coaching methodology, Live Plan, and the International Growth Wheel process. These have positioned the Innovation Connector to become a full-service incubator and resource center, or as we say, the gateway to entrepreneurship in the Muncie community. Now, serving entrepreneurial clients has been the major focus since day one at the Innovation Connector, and guess what? It still is today. The Innovation Connector The Innovation Connector's collaborative culture provides all the tools and resources necessary for startup and early stage businesses not only to survive, but to thrive. We are proud of the success stories of the many clients who have passed through our doors, and we are working today diligently and hard to ensure the success of our clients today and our clients of tomorrow. This year has been also a year of expanding partnerships, which we value as the foundation for our continued success. So far, we've had deeper involvement with Ball State University this year, and we are excited about that. This year, we are participating with Ball State in the Innovate Within high school business pitch competition in conjunction with the Indiana Economic Development Corporation and Governor Holcomb's office. We've expanded the partnership with the Miller College of Business and their entrepreneurship program. And as you saw when you walked in, and they'll be available afterwards, the poster boards that you see in the back there are some of the posters from the students, entrepreneurship students, as they prepare for their big E-Day. We have also worked very, very hard with the Office of Community Engagement with Leena Boyd and her team. We've worked continually with the regional office of the Indiana Small Business Development Center, which is now hosted by Ball State University and their director, Peggy Sinova, and also SCORE, which is in Muncie and Anderson. This year has been a lot of fun too, because we've been able to team up with TechWise Academy. Brandon Coppernall and Ryan Hunter, where are you guys? Yeah, way back there. These two guys are awesome, as we have formed a partnership to provide coding and robotics training to children from ages 4 years old all the way through high school. And part of that was provided to us from a grant from AT&T and also the George and Francis Ball Foundation, which is great. On a national stage and international stage, we partner with the International Business Innovation Association and also with the Kauffman Foundation. Again, we are proud to be working this year with the Women in Business Unlimited, who's just getting ready for a banquet tomorrow on the other side of those walls. And then our newest partnership, which is just so awesome, that we teamed up with the Women Employment Opportunity Center, which is also known as WEOC, from the Northeast Indiana Innovation Center in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And our good friend and speaker last year, Carl LePan, represents them. We were able to put on a series of 4 women empowerment series this spring and summer, and we had a blast providing real meaningful training and inspiration to women in the business field. One of the speakers we were able to bring in was the First Lady, Janet Holcomb. So it was a very meaningful time. And so from the Innovation Connector and the Muncie community, Carl, thank you for allowing some of that to happen. And then we have also expanded our partnerships with the community partners, all the local businesses, and especially the foundations in this community, who without the Innovation Connector could not be successful. Our vision statement reads, we want to be a dynamic business innovation center recognized as a major contributor to the economic vitality of Muncie and all of East Central Indiana. And one way we do this is by advancing the entrepreneurial culture in our communities. So in the spirit of entrepreneurship and the spirit of innovation, let's take a pause tonight out of our busy days. Did anybody else have a busy day? To recognize and celebrate members of our community who exemplify what innovation looks like in action. Today, we honor 7 individuals from 6 area businesses and organizations who have demonstrated innovation in some way in their work and in our community, making a difference for themselves and others. As an added treat, one young innovator will be recognized for being, well, innovative. And I assure everyone here that you will be inspired by this story. And for the second year, we will be presenting the Excellence in Mentorship Award. And you know, no one can do these things alone, and they cannot do them on their own. So this year, we honor an exceptional model of mentorship in our community. And of course, the finalists of the Big Idea Pitch Competition. If you were impressed last year, just wait. We have 6 finalists this year, and they'll put us in awe as they share their big ideas. I'm telling you what, this will be a highlight tonight for you. And to top it all off, Gary Dick will join us after dinner as our MC, and then our 2 keynote speakers who I've had a lovely time just talking here before the event started. Mina and Karen, you're going to be delighted by their story. So let's have fun tonight. Let's celebrate. How about that? So to make all this happen, it can't happen without sponsors. And so we are very, very excited for our sponsors, and we are grateful. Our sustaining sponsors tonight, I'm just going to run through the list because I want you to know who in our community has stepped up to make something like this possible. Our sustaining sponsors, Whitinger & Company and Whitinger Strategic Services, American Electric Power and Ontario Systems, our event sponsors, Deltech Solutions, Cooper Consulting, Mutual Bank, R&R Engineering, Wolfbloom Radio and WLBC 104 FM and the Muncie Journal, Mathewson Law, and Payless Supermarkets. Yes, they are coming to Muncie. Yeah, that might deserve a clap, yeah. And then ongoing support from our foundation partners here in Muncie, the Ball Brothers Foundation, the Community Foundation, and the George and Francis Ball Foundation, and as I mentioned before, AT&T, as they provided work and money for us for one of our programs. Now, our sponsors are the key to everything that we do. And so tonight, I would like to introduce, and I want you to welcome our title sponsor for the night. We couldn't have done it without them, First Merchants Bank, and I want you to welcome Scott McKee, who is the regional president of First Merchants Bank. Let's give Scott a welcome.
I love the energy at this event. I think that's what ingenuity does. Thank you. Yeah, a little prompting. If I crack a joke or something, make sure you get them to laugh. That's really embarrassing.
I don't have the sign.
You don't have the laugh sign. Just big smile. So it's that time of year again. It's time for us to be a little extra thankful, right? It's an opportunity for us to recognize what we have to be thankful for here in Muncie, Indiana. Round of applause. We do. We've got a lot to be thankful for. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to show our gratitude toward people and organizations, institutions, and businesses here. It's a great celebration. And I love and have, anytime I have the opportunity to celebrate in the way we are tonight, the manner we are, I love it. So we're going to celebrate those companies, but more importantly, we're going to celebrate the people behind those companies and what they bring to us. And we're going to celebrate innovation as well. And innovation is a catalyst for a dynamic community. Innovation Connector does a wonderful job bringing that kind of dynamic atmosphere here, and I love what Ted's doing. You can hear about these programs, but go out to Innovation Connector and experience it yourself. There's no substitute for that. I want to congratulate all our contestants, all of our winners. The contestants, no matter what place you come in, you're a winner. You've done so much right to get where you are tonight. Love the displays and the pitches that were going on in the back. Thank you again, Ted. We're just so thrilled to have the honor to be a part of the event. Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you to First Merchants Bank. And our presenting sponsor, Ball State University, and representing Ball State tonight is Dr. Jen Bott, the Brian Dean of the Miller College of Business. Let's welcome Jen.
Good evening. Now I'm worried what you're going to do behind me, now that I saw what you did for Scott. It's absolutely our honor at Ball State University to support this evening because truly we rely on all of you in the community to help us do our jobs better. And so tonight I have the distinct pleasure of welcoming you from both the Miller College of Business, where I serve as dean, and also from our Office of Community Engagement, which is really the front door for all of you to all of the interested and eager students, faculty, and staff at Ball State University. It's truly our honor to serve you in this community every day and welcome as many opportunities as you can bring to us to better serve you as individuals, as businesses, and as community members, both for our faculty and our students. And I would be remiss if I didn't take just a moment to highlight the outstanding work that our seniors did in the back. If you haven't had a chance to talk to them about their business plans, which they have on poster boards back there, please do so. They need to be grilled, and we rely on you to get them prepped up to pass their business plan competition in April. So if I could just ask my students to stand for just a moment. Enjoy dinner, because I'm hoping you'll get grilled on the way out today. And I have the distinct pleasure today, and I'm so grateful for Ted allowing me to share the news with you. Today, the Ball State Entrepreneurship Program, one of the oldest, second oldest in the country, celebrating our 34th year, was ranked in the top 20 in Princeton Review. It broke this morning, and so we're very thrilled. And we absolutely couldn't achieve that without the care, commitment, and service that many of you have provided our students over our 34-year history. So with that, I say thank you. Enjoy the evening. We are excited for the pitches and more excited even still to be here with you this evening. Thank you. Thanks.
And so for tonight's invocation, please welcome Matt Carter. He's a senior pastor from Commonwealth Church here in Muncie.
Thank you, Ted. Would you pray with me? Lord, we are so thankful for the opportunity that we have to celebrate tonight. Thank you for the unique gifts and capacities and potential that you've put in each one of us. We're grateful for the opportunities that we have. Lord, help us to remember in our setbacks and in our failures that these are often the very things that shape and grow us. And help us to remember in our success that we owe far more to you and to those around us who support us than we sometimes remember. So we ask for your blessing on this time, this celebration, and grant us the courage and the determination to take what we've been given and to leverage it for the flourishing of the people in the world around us, for your glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
So it's dinner time. And so what we'd like you to do is enjoy the dinner tonight. We're going to take some time to eat. And we have the wonderful staff from the Horizon Convention Center who will be releasing tables to the buffet. There are 2 buffets. And I believe the bar still is open. So enjoy. And when you're done with dinner and we're eating, the next thing on the agenda will be the big idea pitch. So fire up. Thank you.
Well, go ahead and tell me. Who? The guy on first.
That's it. That's his name.
Well, you ain't said nothing. I ain't asked you nothing.
You did.
You know the guy's name on first base?
Sure.
Well, tell me the guy's name on first base.
Who?
The guy playing first base.
Who is on first, Lou?
What are you asking me for?
We could go on and on with that tonight. It's over 8 minutes, but I just wanted to share just a little bit of humor with you for who's on first. How many have seen that in its entirety? Anybody? Yeah, it's so good. So we just wanted to kind of get you in the mood. So what I'd like to do is welcome you to the Big Idea Pitch Stadium tonight. This is a real exciting time for us. And let me just tell you a little bit about what the Big Idea Pitch is about. The Big Idea Pitch is in its 4th year. And we, for the last month, have been hosting training camps in the spirit of Big Idea and pitches and baseball. Training camps, and they've been interactive trainings. Each pitcher tonight has been selected based on their performance a week ago Monday in the semifinals. And we had around 40 pitchers sign up. I think we actually had about 32 pitch. And tonight we have 6 pitchers. And tonight we have judges scattered throughout the room who are going to judge tonight on the basis of the criteria that we have given them. Now, most of you know that have been here before that we've always had 5 pitchers before. And so last Monday, as we were gathering in the judges' room, trying to tally up the scores and doing all the things that we did, picking the top 5, we got to 4th and 5th and 6th, and we came to a deadlock. It was a hung jury, and the judges would not make a decision. They said they couldn't. And so I said, judges, in the spirit of all this, what do I do? You know, we have to have 5. And they said, you're going to have 6 this year. And so 6 we have it, and that, you know, they didn't know that we had to order another trophy, that we had to arrange more tables, that we had to come up with more prize money. They didn't care. But you know what? You're going to care tonight because you're going to be awed by what you see tonight. And so we have the same criteria, there's different judges. And I would like to just say thank you to those people who judged the semifinals, because that was a grueling night. The judges were Don Engel, Ashley Runkle, Crystal Geyer, Lynn Krall, and Esther Bryant. And then our training camp presenters were Crystal Geyer, Jacob Spock, Matt Carter, and myself. We had a blast doing this. It was recorded and it was live on YouTube last week by Derek Hall, and Derek is also recording tonight. And then we had our clock expert, Karen Lloyd, and she's going to be with us again tonight. And then our tally team, Alexis Dishman and Lori Albert from our team. So we think this is pretty cool. So we're going to get on with the big idea pitch, but first, we have a special play-by-play announcer tonight for the big idea pitch. I'm truly honored to be able to introduce tonight's Master of Ceremonies and play-by-play announcer for the big idea pitch, Mr. Gary Dick. He can regularly be seen on the Emmy Award-winning Inside Indiana Business with Gary Dick, Indiana's most watched business television program. And most of us are familiar with his twice-daily email piece, Inside Indiana Business and Other Media Outlets. How many saw this banquet on Inside Indiana Business this afternoon? Did you see that in this afternoon's release? That was really good. We thank Gary for that. Gary is a frequent keynote speaker and moderator on issues related to the Indiana economy and serves the business community very well, and as an analyst for WTHR TV, which is Indianapolis NBC, and 93.1 WIBC in Indianapolis. Gary is the president and managing editor for Grow Indiana Media Ventures, a company that he and Scott Jones formed in June of 2000. Now, on a personal note, Gary's accomplishments are many, and his impact in Indiana and in business is inspiring. But most of all, Gary is a friend and advocate to Indiana business, both large and small. Indiana is very fortunate that Gary has called Indiana his home. I met with Gary last week to review the events of tonight, and I got a very special prized possession. I got my own Gary Dick bobblehead. Woohoo! So if you want to see it, you can come to my office anytime. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gary Dick.
Ted, thank you for that kind introduction. Be careful with that bobblehead. Don't want my head to fall off. And thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight and to be a play-by-play guy. You know, I've done news all my life. Actually, I did weather when I was in college, if you can believe that. I was the weekend weatherman in Terre Haute. So it's going to be fun to be do a little play-by-play tonight. Again, a real treat to be here, and it's really a treat to look out and see this crowd tonight. So large and such a great room, a great venue here. And Ted, to you and your team at the Innovation Connector, and to so many people who are here tonight, I think you all ought to kind of soak this in. Because to me, as I get around the state, and I'm fortunate to do it, to get really in every corner of the state, big cities and small alike, an event like this is so important. to your community, to Muncie and East Central Indiana, but so important to the Indiana economy, the entire state. To have an event like this with innovators and risk takers, entrepreneurs, business, community leaders, political leaders, and others who come together to celebrate innovation, to celebrate ideas and things that are going to grow the Indiana economy. You know, a lot's made right now about the so-called ecosystem, the support system for technology in Indiana. It's really cool. There are 45 to 50, I think, co-working spaces now around the state. A few years ago, there weren't any, really. The Innovation Connector here really is one of the pioneers, one of the early adapters, if you will, as being part of that tech ecosystem for the state of Indiana. So congratulations to all of you for what you're doing. Believe me when I tell you, it's very important. All right. Well, with that, as Ted mentioned, we've got 6 pitchers who are all on deck, ready to go now, and they've got some great ideas. Going to give 3-minute pitches. We're going to get through this quickly, but I think you're going to really enjoy the ideas and the young entrepreneurs who we have lined up. So our first pitcher is Connor Bielat. So Connor, how about a big round of applause for Connor? Okay, Connor's ready to go. He just took a big cut. You're going to have 3 minutes to give your pitch. Connor, are you ready?
We're ready.
Okay, play ball.
85%. That's the current unemployment rate for an individual that has Asperger's, which is a form of autism. Where do these individuals go to find employment opportunities? Where do their parents go to find solutions to this problem? These are just 2 questions that go through the minds of parents who have a child with Asperger's on a daily basis. And I, for one, can say my parents have asked the same questions. And with an unemployment rate in the United States at 4.5%, there are more jobs currently available in this country than ever. Whether it's a full-time job, an internship, or a summertime job, companies and corporations are looking to fill these positions with diverse and dynamic individuals who bring a unique skill set to the table. Individuals who have Asperger's are smart. They're so witty, and they're able to conceptualize thoughts and ideas better than a normal individual. But why aren't they getting the same opportunities as you and I? Now, I recently interviewed over 80 parents who have a child between the ages of 16 and 21 diagnosed with Asperger's, and they have great concerns when it comes to their children's employment opportunities and ability to live independently. Over 85% of the respondents said their child has never had a job. And over 70% of the respondents said they thought their child would not be ready to live independently when they came time ready to be full-time adults. But that's where SPP Camp comes into play. SPP Camp, which stands for Social, Personal, and Professional, is going to penetrate an $18 billion summer camp market by offering a camp to 16 to 21-year-olds diagnosed with Asperger's to help them develop their social, personal, and professional skills. Our camp curriculum is designed around that of clinical expertise, parental requests, and camper requests, so it comes full circle. Essentially, each camper is going to get to experience what it is like to work a full workday and balance other activities in their life. Some of the activities that they will participate in include going to a job, applying for a job, conducting a job interview, putting in 6 to 8 hour workdays, along with cooking for themselves, cleaning, doing laundry, paying bills, going to social events, doing all these activities that may seem easy to you and I, but they struggle with on a... Hello? Sorry. SPP Camp is looking to establish ourselves in the Midwest, particularly in cities such as Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Chicago, and Indianapolis. We have estimated that there's essentially 200,000 individuals on the autism spectrum in these 4 metropolitan cities alone. For SPP Camp to turn a profit in year 1, we essentially need to only get 300 to 400 individuals to go to one of our camp offerings in order to make over $500,000. Combine that with the potential to partner with Ball State's Special Education Department. We're looking to change the disability camp market, lower the unemployment rate of 85%. It could help families like mine, but it could also help yours. Thank you.
All right.
Great job, Connor Bielat and SPP Camp. All right. On deck now, we have Amanda and Kyle Reninger. How about a big round of applause for Amanda and Kyle? All right. You have 3 minutes. Are you ready? All right, play ball.
Imagine only eating an apple and a cup of white rice every day for 6 months because everything else will make you sick. That was my life.
We are Kyle and Amanda Reninger, owners of Sea Salt and Cinnamon Food Company. What began as a health problem turned into a solution for all of our passions: animal rescue, creative foods, and Muncie, Indiana.
In the heartland of animal agriculture, our food contains no egg, dairy, meat, or anything from an animal. Sea Salt and Cinnamon has proved its concept with our baked goods, and this summer, the city has shown that they crave even more food from us with the launch of our savory foods.
Strong partnerships with other institutions like Ball State University, Muncie Civic Theater, the Caffeinery, Minitrista, and even BSU President Dr. Jeffrey Mearns and family have solidified the Sea Salt and Cinnamon name among other Muncie giants. With future deals planned for the Cup in the Village and Fresh Time in Muncie, we are constantly growing.
We have even expanded to Indianapolis, where we put Muncie on the map with a major event like the Indy Veg Fest, very first Indy Veg Fest in Indianapolis, and we sold out in under 2 hours to over 5,000 people.
Without a storefront, we have created a brand and an experience that causes our clients to ask for more, often wondering how we don't already have our own space.
With our own brick and mortar production facility, we can continue to expand across Indiana, the Midwest, and even nationally with ambient food products. All while maintaining and keeping our roots in the town that we fell in love with 9 years ago. Providing an even greater environment for our current and new clients right here in downtown Muncie.
We all know that childhood allergies and a health-conscious generation are on the rise. Searching for alternatives to meat-heavy lunches and preservative-ridden baked goods. Not only this, but we bring creativity to our food, making it look as good as it tastes, all while being accessible to the traditional consumer.
With high demand for college students for local, alternative, and allergy-friendly foods, businesses like ours stand to attract a younger generation that will not only come to school here, but will stay here for the long haul.
Our big idea is to secure funding this winter, obtain a downtown space in the spring, and open to the public by next fall.
No egg,
no dairy,
no meat,
no problem.
All right. All right, great job, Amanda and Kyle Reninger, Sea Salt and Cinnamon. All right, on deck now we have Wesley Crouch. Wesley, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, 3 minutes, play ball.
I'd like to take you all back to your freshman year in college. You know, you're excited about this new adventure in life. You got the new friends and you got the dean's list on your head. I mean, life is gold. And then you hit week 2. And now you start to see that it's C's get degrees, you're broke as a joke, and if you're not connected, you're probably being rejected. Now, as a Ball State grad myself, you know, I thought there's got to be a solution. I mean, I have lived these struggles of sleepless nights studying and just always questioning if you can even afford your rent next month. So I created one. Now, if you could piece together our app, just think about the best connecting qualities of Facebook, the most effective features of LinkedIn, as well as the technology and business model driving Uber. Now, the platform, it pairs struggling students for those who need help. It allows students to use intellect to earn some money. It connects students to a new digital world that is designed to streamline possibility and achievement. Inspire Awards, this is Tutor. So now, we all know college is tough, but today, it's taking over 5 years to earn a 4-year degree. It's not because there's a lack of intelligence, it's because it's simply just unfeasible resources for when you need help. So today when a student is going to get help, there's a really good chance that that option is going to be either extremely inconvenient or either egregiously overpriced. Now, with Tutor, students get to utilize this app, they can help themselves, and they can move forward. No longer do students have to worry about just earning money on campus. Students can now utilize their knowledge that they're working so hard for, use the app, and make some money. So take a math whiz, and now take a student struggling with basic algebra. Well, that math whiz can help this student, and now they can earn some money on the side, almost $15 an hour. It is time to put financial stability back in the backpacks of a student. Now, audience, Silicon Valley is not the only place in the world that can build an app like this. You know, our app is the first of its kind, and it took some Indiana grit to really be able to push this forward. Tutor is in the final days of beta development, and not too long from now, we'll be pushing from university to university. And we're not going to stop until Tutor is a household name. College is an experience unlike anything else in life. It gives you 4 years to go and be great. Tutor helps students go and be great. So no more C's get degrees, okay? Get A's. You don't have to be broke as a joke, okay? Be comfortable. And you don't have to be rejected. Stay connected. These years will impact your future, and with Tutor, you'll accomplish more. Thank you.
Great job, Wesley Crouch and Tutor mobile app. All right, on stage one now, we have Paul Fabrick. Paul, you got a little setup there? Okay. I'll give you he's got props. All right. You all set, Paul?
Almost.
Ready to go? Play ball?
Thank you, Gary. All right, so a couple years ago, I get a phone call from my mom. She's very agitated. She says, "Your dad has fallen off the roof again." I said, "Is he okay?" She said, "Yes." She didn't sound thrilled about it. I said, "What was he doing?" She said, "Your dad was on the roof cleaning the gutters." Now, that is my dad's job several times a year. He gets on the roof, cleans the gutters, and apparently falls off. So he's no longer allowed to get on the roof and clean the gutters. He has to do it from a ladder. This spring, I stopped by, and my dad's in the process of cleaning the gutters again. And I watched this man climb up a ladder, scoop the leaves out, climb down, shimmy over, climb up again. He repeats this process over and over again. I helped him. I steadied the ladder and kept the beer cold. But the whole time I'm thinking, there's got to be an easier way. And that's why I designed the Gutter Clutter Cleaner. Each Gutter Clutter Cleaner mimics the inside dimensions of a gutter. This particular one is a 6-inch. Don't worry if you have 5-inch gutters, we also make those. Each one comes assembled with a 3/4 by 5 threaded hole. 3/4 by 5 threaded hole is ubiquitous in the world of paint poles, extension poles, broom handles. So you simply attach the Gutter Clutter Cleaner. Remember the name, folks. The Gutter Clutter Cleaner. I'll clean that up. So once you get done that way, you just turn it around, and guess what? Now you're going this way. And for those of you that still like to climb on a roof, you can use the swivel. So you can go this way and this way. That way you're no longer encumbered to the length of your arms. You're only encumbered to the length of the pole that you have. Okay? The gutter, let's face it, folks, cleaning gutters is a thankless, meaningless, time-consuming job that nobody enjoys. Why would you spend more than a second doing it when you don't have to? The Gutter Clutter Cleaner will save that time, and if you're anything like my dad, it just might save your life. Thank you.
Paul Fabrick, PRCR Industries Gutter Clutter Cleaner. Great job. All right. Up next, Rhett Barker. Y'all set, Rhett?
Good to go.
Good to go? Okay, 3 minutes. Play ball.
Hi, my name is Rhett Barker, and this past summer I decided to disrupt the car wash industry. The car wash industry is actually a silent killer, and many of us don't even realize it. Every year in the US alone, up to 85 billion gallons of water go to waste. Along with this water are harmful chemicals that get soaked and washed up into our soil. The sad part about this is that it's actually been going on for nearly 60 years without change. So, aside from the huge environmental impact that it has, who actually likes going to the car wash? It's a huge waste of time driving there, coming back from there, and actually waiting in line while you're there. And that was the issue that I had with it, which is what sparked my initial idea to write a business plan for an on-demand mobile car wash that would be based from a mobile app. So in essence, you could think of it as the Uber of car washes. And how it would be is you would connect our washers to people in need of getting a car wash. Well, say you were out golfing at the golf course, at work, or hey, even at home. It would just add an amazing convenience factor, but there was one problem with it. I had no idea how to wash these vehicles without having a team of washers driving around water trucks everywhere, and it would still be a huge environmental waste. This was up until I discovered wireless detailing. Wireless detailing is a process that allows you to wash your car parked in any location without having to move it. And the best part, you use 2 to 4 ounces of water. How it does it is you break down the vehicle into 6 sections. You take the first section, I start with the hood, you can pretty much start however you want. You spray on our solution, the wireless solution. What it does is it lubricates the car's surface, and it has a built-in chemical makeup that actually separates the bonds from the car surface, and you wipe it away with a microfiber towel. The end result is a wash and wax, perfectly clean solution that actually doesn't scratch or leave anything. So when you combine this wash process with on-demand economy, you are left with a service that is destined to cause a disruption. So with an idea that was so far out there, I decided that I needed to test the market first. So in July of this past summer, we launched a fully functioning website where our users could schedule, pay, and order a car wash off our website. So we began by targeting large companies and their employees in Northwest Indiana. Our first day, I actually had to take a 3-hour lunch break for my internship because we were way overbooked and understaffed. This is when I knew we had a good idea. Within a month, we were expanding to Indianapolis, and we were working with companies like the JW Marriott as an added domain to their guests, where they'd do it from our website and get the car washed in our parking garage, and many others like Defenders Incorporated and Meridian Hills Country Club. Ladies and gentlemen, we have progressed from there, and we have proven the market. We have perfected the modern car wash, and when we release our app in the spring of 2018, we will turn the car wash industry upside down. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Great job, Rhett Barker, Flipside Mobile Car Wash, LLC. All right, ready for pitch number 6. And it looks like we have some more props, right? What do you think of these pitches, folks? What do you think of these pitches? Very, very exciting to see this. All right, up next we have Sydney Conn and Leena Vyas. You guys ready? Okay, play ball.
Picture life in a community where you have to walk miles and miles to get food or water. Yet you can still call your friend via a cell phone with great service thanks to the new cell towers just put up. You do not have clean running water, but the major concern at hand is what to do when your call is cut short because your phone just died and you don't have a way to charge it. The sun is going down and your solar charger is useless. My name is Sydney Conn.
And my name is Leena Vyas, and we are 2 high school juniors who have developed a product that utilizes the wind energy created by a moving vehicle to charge small electronic devices. Our idea started with a visit to India. While visible poverty is evident in most parts of India, almost everyone has a cell phone. Even families without proper homes sometimes still have phones. Also, Wi-Fi is available, but convenient access to cell phone charging is not. People are keeping up with technology, but the infrastructure is lagging. Additionally, motorized rickshaws, the main source of transportation, do not have a place to charge your phone. This sharp contrast between poverty and technology triggered an idea. This idea uses the wind created by a moving vehicle to charge cell phones. Our device is called the Breeze Charger.
The Breeze Charger has gone through many stages of development, as shown on the screen. We first developed this prototype, which hooked onto the window of a car, much like small flags do. After the testing on this prototype was successful, we started brainstorming on a more durable model. We came up with this one, which was secure on cars up to 80 miles per hour. From this unit, we first learned that this casing especially would be much too expensive for third world countries, so we developed the water bottle model that was less expensive. Additionally, we realized that transportation in these countries, things like bicycles, would not move fast enough to spin the fan. So we developed 2 new units that used muffin fans, which spun easier and started charging at only 5 miles per hour. We also added a rechargeable battery to store this power for later use. We have developed a cost analysis sheet that highlights the estimated cost of individual units and units produced in bulk. We also created a website at www.breezecharger.com.
Our current goal is to perfect our design by experimenting with various casings, including water bottles, to find the one that is the most reliable and cost-effective, and to then produce 10 working breeze chargers, with the eventual goal of offering the product for use in underdeveloped countries and to a larger market. We are also looking into selling the product in the U.S. and using the proceeds to offer the kits to people in need at a subsidized cost or for free. In order to protect our current work-in-progress design, we've obtained 2 provisional patents. After finalizing our design, we hope to earn a real patent and market the product nationwide.
Ultimately, creating the Breeze Charger is an affordable, portable, and innovative way to help charge the world's 6.8 billion cell phones without adding to the carbon footprint.
Invest in us, invest in the future.
Great job, Sydney Conn and Leena Vyas, the Breeze Charger. How about a big round of applause for all 6 of the contestants tonight? The judges are going to have a tough chore to pick the top teams tonight. And I would ask you all, I'd encourage you to maybe when you leave here, tonight, tomorrow, later this week, to tell somebody in the community about what you saw tonight. Because I think that's one of the real cool things about an event like this is it exposes innovation, innovators, ideas, and risk takers that more people need to know about. So I'd encourage you to tell people about what you saw tonight, some of the cool ideas, to get that buzz going to an even greater extent here in Muncie and East Central Indiana. Well, we are all in for a real treat tonight with our keynote presentation. Karen Lane and Mina Starziak-Hawk, I think, are a perfect fit. Or Karen and Mina, I think they prefer just first names. They're a perfect fit for our celebration tonight because they are innovators, they're entrepreneurs, idea makers, risk takers, turned TV stars. The mother-daughter duo is revitalizing the Fountain Square neighborhood of Indianapolis, basically one property at a time, buying up rundown homes and transforming them into stunning urban remodels. Combining Mina's real estate knowledge with Karen's legal background, 2 chicks and a hammer have turned their vision into reality. So please join me tonight in welcoming the stars of the hit HGTV series Good Bones, Karen and Mina.
I have some bad news for all of you.
Can no one hear me?
No, hopefully they left your microphone off.
You guys, I went to the bathroom and came back and she'd poured salt in my coffee. She's a child. That's who I hang out with all day.
So, but this is the bad news, is I have 200 slides, and we're only supposed to talk for half an hour.
She made the wrong presentation. But there's a clock up here, so that's perfect. So we're going to just tell you guys a little bit about our business, what we do in Indianapolis, how we got started, and how we ended up with a TV show. And kind of what we're doing now.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't think the salt was funnier, because it was funny.
We play lots of pranks on each other at the office, and they did it to me there. And it is not funny. It's not enjoyable, because I went to take a big swig of water, salt water. So I'm just going to talk. You can click.
Okay.
I haven't approved this, so I apologize if there's anything.
Oh, there's all kinds of things. I made this presentation without her consultation.
So I graduated from IU in 2007. I don't know if anyone else went to IU. No, all Ball State. Okay. So.
This is a Ball State crowd, Mina. Come on.
Just checking. We had an awesome Ball State intern.
We did.
Did I hit a holler over there? No? Okay. So graduated from 2007, and IU has a great business school and lots of great programs, but I was just super aimless. Half hour. Oh my God, okay. So I graduated from IU in 2007 and just didn't know what I wanted to do. I was waiting tables, and all my friends had kind of grown-up jobs. So the grown-up thing that I wanted to do was buy a house with no job. So my lovely mother, who is
This
an
is when I
attorney,
get called lovely, right now.
co-signed on this gem right here for me in a very transitional neighborhood. I don't know if you guys are terribly familiar with the areas downtown, but this is 23rd and Carrollton with...
You have a transitional area in Muncie also, somewhere. It means there's open-air drug dealing 24 hours a day. There's
we had
guns.
a drug dealer, Andre, across the street.
Yep.
He was very good for some time, but when he went to prison, Mom went and visited him, and we rescued his pit bulls.
Mm-hmm.
So we renovated this house together.
But he was our security.
He was lovely.
We never had any trouble at this house because he had guns and we didn't have any problems. We always brought him a plate if there was a party because he's out there working.
So we renovated that house together and just kind of figured things out as we went.
I'm not saying I'm in favor of drug dealing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it worked for us. That's all I'm saying.
If you don't do drugs or sell drugs, having the drug dealer on the block wasn't tragic.
Right. So if we were competing with them, we would have been in trouble, but we weren't.
we weren't.
Because we're not.
But you digress.
Okay, I do digress. So actually, before she bought her house, I had bought this little gem in Fountain Square to use as my law office. And a week later, she bought her house, and hers got rehabbed
She has
first.
to win. She has to make sure you guys know she bought it.
It's important that you know I win this one.
So we renovated hers. Actually, she used it for private practice for a while.
Yeah.
And then when she left private practice, I said, now we're renovating it and selling it. But in the meantime, we did our two together, and we have no training in this. She's a lawyer. I'm general studies graduate. And we just kind of figured it out as we went. When we ordered flooring, we read the directions, and
I always like to point out to the gentlemen in the audience, you can read the directions.
I
It's
hate
okay.
them now. I hate them. IKEA directions, I'd rather pay someone to put it
It's
together.
surprising what you learn when you read the directions.
But we just kind of figured things out as we went. We messed up a lot of stuff. And still now, we've been doing it 10 years, since 2007. And every house we do, we learn something different or new or figure out how to do it better.
Right.
But I kind of jumped ahead a little bit.
Yeah, where do you want to go back to?
I would like you to go through your pictures faster, because
Okay.
we've gotten through 4.
And there's literally 200.
Yeah.
You're going to be here for... Nobody's laughing at that. They don't think that's funny at all.
Nobody thinks you're
Well,
funny.
the
She's
reason I'm
dead
slowing
serious.
down is, so this is what the inside of my office looked like, and the only reason the next picture matters is because that was Mina's couch that we staged every single house with. So we would...
I didn't think anyone was going to care. I'm like, no one's going to think it's funny that there's the
It's
same
funny.
couch in every picture.
And you'll see as we go through, pay attention, those zebra pillows, those purple velvet pillows, every single house we use this couch to stage.
So when we started the business, the first house we bought that wasn't either of ours was in Fountain Square. It was a HUD house, and we bought it for $12,000 with money I had saved while I was in college. And we put about $46,000 into it-ish, rented it for 2 years and sold it. And we just bought another house that was 14 and did the same thing. And kind of, you guys, I'm sorry, this house was so ugly. It's the first one we did, and I'm really not proud of the pictures.
But what's important about this is this kitchen had 3 doors, so it wasn't useful as a kitchen because look how small it is. And we took out 3 of the doors.
Still ugly.
Still ugly, but much more functional.
This
And
was the first one we did.
there's
and
the
it
old living
was-
room, and look, the couch.
Mom insisted on staining the cabinets herself, and we installed that laminate countertop. And to this day, I'm not sure how both of us are alive after that.
No.
And that's one of the things we learned we'll never do again.
It was one of those moments where you think, I brought you into this world, I can take you out. And
It
I'm
got super
gonna, right now, I'm gonna. And I had to walk away because I was so, I was so mad at her because she's going forward 180 miles an hour. I'm like, no. That's not how you do it. Slow down.
We don't do that
We don't do that anymore. We don't do laminate countertops. That solved the problem.
So we were doing, I don't know, like 1.5 houses a year because our big bottleneck was money, because she was still in private practice, and I was waiting tables, so we didn't have any regular income, and no one would loan us money. So I'd wait tables for a week, we'd buy some tile, we'd install it. She would get literally a paper bag of cash from a drug dealer.
I love my job.
We would do something else. Like, that was her job. I'm not kidding. She'd get I don't know what the most you got in a bag was. It was ridiculous. She had criminal defense.
Yeah, after I left the prosecutor's office.
Yeah. So that's kind of how we worked for a while. And I don't know for how many years. Did someone clap about that? Yeah, drug money.
I'm still a lawyer. You can give me a bag of money if you want. I'll take it.
I want
to interrupt you. I put in pictures that were good ideas. Old dining or buffet. Oh, bathroom vanity. Keep going.
Again, this is one of our very early on projects. We were figuring out what we wanted to do and the best way to do it.
This was also a good idea.
And what was the most affordable at the time, because like I said, we had no money. So yeah, that was all affordable. So my brother, who is older and smarter and better looking and worked for Google.
Better looking?
No, he's not. I'm being sarcastic about this.
Okay.
He's like one of those scary gingers that's see-through. That's what he looks like. He is.
On the beach,
I'm
he's
not
invisible.
kidding.
You can't see him.
He wears 100 SPF every day, no joke. But the point is, he worked for Google and he was always trying to
I hope
counsel
someone's
us.
videotaping this so we can share it with him.
I would say that to his face.
Yeah, I know.
Always trying to counsel us on how to grow to the business and what we needed to do and what our bottlenecks were. And we had these elaborate, intense conversations with him and then did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And he actually got really annoyed with me because I thought it was funny that we ignored all of his advice. No, because
the couch.
This is important.
There's the couch.
No, this is important. And I mentioned that to him. I said, it's funny how we got where we are and we ignored you entirely, and it upset him.
Very much.
He said, did you mean to be so mean about that, Mom? I said, no, I just thought it was funny. I wasn't trying to be mean.
It's not very
I
funny.
didn't think it was funny.
It's kind of rude.
This is something that it was a good idea, but that nobody else thought was a good idea. I framed wallpaper that we found in the house, and the people who bought the house said,
I would like you to click forward to more interesting pictures.
okay. And in this one, I always ask for glass block. I got it, yay. The only time in 60 houses I got glass block.
So what we were doing, we were just doing a house and a half for a while, and then everything in the real estate market kind of crashed around 2008, and we were in an okay position, not really by choice, but because no one would lend us money. I know, there's the couch. I still have the couch, actually, but not in my house. So, I don't know what I was saying now. Okay, so we were doing about a house and a half a year, and when the market crashed, we were actually in an okay position because we hadn't borrowed any money. And we were just kind of kept working through it and sold, I think before the show, we'd maybe done a dozen houses. Are you really off? Let's talk on this one. You can hook that one up, right?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
It's really dead.
Okay, so we did 12 houses before the show, and the way we kind of ended up with the show is pretty entertaining. Who watches Fixer Upper? Everyone.
Yes.
Everyone's so sad that they're leaving. Don't worry, we'll be really cool and better than them. You guys probably are recording this. Anywho, they're very nice. We've met them. But High Noon Production Company is who makes their show, and one of their talent people reached out because she found our Facebook page because she was looking for 2 general contractors that they'd worked with like a decade earlier who were 2 women lesbian contractors. And she found our Two Chicks and a Hammer Facebook page.
So we're close. We have a very close personal relationship,
like,
but not like that.
These gingers are interesting. We'll take them instead. And that's literally how it happened. So yeah, my brother was a little annoyed that we didn't take any advice and it worked out. But yes?
This is Mina's current house. It's not a very good picture.
No.
But I've had this spandrel for 6 years now. She says I'm a hoarder. We're actually going to put this...
You're just saying random things over there awkwardly.
We're going to put this spandrel on a house now.
So my house, one of the ones we bought for $6,000 after it went to sheriff's sale, and no one bought it at sheriff's sale because it was so bad. And there had been, I don't know if it was the owner or just a squatter living in the house, And we found out after we bought it, there was no sewer line. So it made so much more sense when you'd walk around the property. It was all beer cans and then milk jugs full of not milk. Because there was no sewer line, so there was nothing to put the things, you know?
Yes.
So that was it. That was super fun. But those are the kind of houses we buy, like the worst of the worst. There's always squatters. There's poo everywhere.
Yes.
And I think because it was all we could afford, it just kind of became our specialty. Do you want the mic out of there? Do you need help?
Good try.
Tried to take the clicker, guys. I'm sorry.
That's my house next door to Mina.
Do you want to say something else?
About
other
what?
Than the pictures?
No, I like the pictures.
You just want me to keep talking?
Keep talking.
Okay.
I'm going to say this. Every single house we did before we started the show, I wanted to dig a cellar, and she refused to let me. She said, you can't dig a cellar.
No. You can dig a cellar.
Yeah.
I'm not going to dig a cellar with you.
So I hired a couple guys under my house, and I dug a cellar. Took a week and $1,000, and now I have a cellar. It's very exciting.
So High Noon found our Facebook page. We had a phone call. We did a Skype interview that I did not know was being recorded, and I drank an entire bottle of wine during, which I could not do now, but they apparently
Apparently a bottle of wine makes her more entertaining.
And they said, yeah, you guys are interesting enough. We like what you do, and they wanted to make a pilot. And usually for our business, it takes us about $180,000 on average per house for the purchase and the renovation, and anywhere from 4 to 6 months to renovate it. And they gave us 32 days. And no money. They gave us no money. Don't be confused about that. So we had a property that...
This one right here.
This one that had caught on fire. So the guy that was going to buy it actually said, I'm not interested anymore, but these crazy chicks in Fountain Square, this is Base Hendricks, probably are.
We are the Mikeys of the real estate world. Here, who knows who Mikey and Life Cereal? Yeah, this is my audience. You know who Mikey is.
I need to YouTube it.
Yeah. So yeah, get those girls. They'll do it. They'll do anything. They're crazy.
So we bought this house for $8,000, and where's the kitchen picture?
That's the before on the kitchen.
There had been a squatter in the house that was one of like 8 brothers that had grew up there.
Yes.
And he didn't own it though. And when the owning brother told him that he was going to be selling it and he needed it to move out, he may or may not have set it on fire.
He set it on fire.
So we got it. And that's the house we renovated, and we did it for TV in 32 days. So if you've all probably gone house shopping and you ooh and ah at things and you touch the pretty counters and touch the faucet. If you touch the faucet, it would just fall off. None of the toilets were hooked up. None of the showers worked. The faucets were literally just sitting there. It was all for show.
There was one bathroom vanity that they just real quick went over because it had broken the top. And so we took a piece of plywood, we put some contact paper on it.
Like
and
marble,
we put it,
faux marble contact
put it
paper.
where the vanity top should be, but there was no sink in
There
it.
were
So
no
they're just
sinks.
like, boom, isn't this part of the bathroom beautiful? Out.
And I bet none of you guys noticed. No one was like, I think that's contact paper on plywood.
Nobody
Didn't
noticed.
happen. It's the magic of TV.
Just in case, I don't want to break anybody's heart here, but TV is not real. Just so you know. It's
Of
not
all
real.
the shows on HGTV, though, ours is...
We're the closest to real because we're really hard to edit. It's the bottom line. I just wanted to linger here for a minute to show you we didn't use the cream-colored couch anymore. HGTV did not want us to use the same couch in every house for every episode we ever did.
I don't know if any of you guys follow us on social media. If you don't, we're Two Chicks and a Hammer, you should. We started something called Mean Comment Monday, which is kind of built after the celebrity mean tweet that Jimmy Fallon, Kimmel, I always get it confused as. And one of our mean comments was that you guys are terrible actors, you suck. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, we are.
We're
We're terrible
not
actors.
Sorry.
We're terrible actors.
But
This
so
is
yeah,
just
that's
how we are.
That's kind of what.
This is one of Mina's floor plans. Or this is one of Mina's floor plans. They both work. Look how pleased she is with herself.
So that was how long ago? 3 years ago?
The pilot?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was going to be a quiz.
You usually know the dates.
I do.
So we got the house
I had
done.
tequila. I can't remember because tequila.
I'm the one driving home. But we got the house done in 32 days for TV, and then they left, and we actually put it all back together and hooked it up. It took about 3 weeks, and we sold it to an awesome young couple. And the pilot aired, and they liked it, so we got our first season and our second, and we're now on our third. And TV is really weird and really hard, and growing our business that quickly was immensely challenging.
So I have something to say here.
Oh, good.
So, okay. Each
Just
house,
waiting. I figured eventually.
Each house cost us about $180,000 to renovate. No.
Come on.
No, because you're going to tell them about the chest freezer next. So we're staying there. This guides the presentation. And so if we did 10 houses in season 1, do the math, that's $1.8 million. If any of you lovely people have $1.8 million in your pockets, we'll talk to you later because we still need investors. Somehow, Mina managed to make it all the way through season 1. We didn't borrow any money from a bank. We did have some investors. One of them said, if you lose money, you have to have 4 children with me.
It was my brother's best friend from high school, and I'm just a year younger than him. So he gave us a personal loan, and I don't think anyone ever even signed a contract.
No, we didn't sign it.
But he did some research that if you make babies with a redhead, you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting a redhead baby.
Yes.
So he said if I lost money, I'd have 4 babies with him.
So those were the kind of investors we had.
That's what we did.
And
that's what you call innovation, guys.
We didn't have, what's that called, a business incubator? We didn't have that.
We were definitely winging it. I wish we had.
Nobody taught us how to do anything. It's lucky she's smart. This first pilot house, and this is a point. So TV, the point is the out. That's the point, the out. Don't let me forget the point. So TV, when they're getting ready to go to a commercial, they want something to happen, so you'll stay through the commercial.
Okay.
It's called an out. And we learned about outs. And they're always trying to fake them because they're afraid there won't be a real one.
Well, I think on a lot of other shows, there aren't real ones. Like, their commercial outs are like, oh my God, there's mold, duh. Like, you guys didn't know that was gonna happen? Like, if there's really cool mold, they'll do a commercial out. Like, we literally had a mold.
Wait, there's a picture.
Looked like a guinea pig. It was this big and hairy. It looks like an animal.
There it is.
That.
See?
Like that.
See, this goes right in line with the
You can be
top.
shocked about that.
It's the size of a guinea pig. But there's the other mold that I liked. I like mold. There's some more mold.
Do you want to get back on track?
No,
Like whatever
okay.
You were saying?
So the point is out. So that chest freezer was one of our many outs. It had been in the basement of that burned out house for at least a year with no power, and it was full of slabs of meat.
Well, we didn't know what it was full of.
We didn't know.
It was super heavy. Like, I mean, we're not super big, but we're very burly. She says we have peasant bones. So, we try to, like, put a hip into it.
And it wouldn't move.
It wouldn't budge. So we tell production, we took, I think, 3 dumpsters of trash out of this house before they even came, and that's what the kitchen looked like. We said, do you want us to leave this chest freezer? It's going to be good for the show. And they said, no, get rid of it. We're like, well, that's the wrong answer. You guys are dum-dums. So we left it. And it was a huge part of the pilot because we found out it's full of rancid meat and meat juice. So to get it up the staircase, which requires tilting it, without having a meat juice bath, you have to shop back the juice out first.
Because whoever got that meat juice bath was never going to go to college, never get married, never have any kind of normal life at all. That wasn't happening.
So now we find out that not only are we still trying to figure out our business, we're also trying to learn TV production. Because the production team has never, we're not special snowflakes or anything, but HGTV has really never done a show, I think, as extensive as our renovations. I mean, they're half burnt down and they have half a foundation and there's poop all over them, and a lot of the stuff is a little bit more.
There's a lot of.
Oh, well, we're gonna put a header in and make this open concept, and the foundation's real pretty. So no one knew what they're doing. We didn't know TV. They didn't know our business, and it took
Season 3 is magical because they know what they're doing and we know what we're doing, and it's magical. We find mold and we find chest freezers and regular. That's a wasp's nest.
Oh, I was like, that's not.
Mina's trying to figure out. This is a normal thing we find in a lot of our houses. Snakes, not so normal, but we found that in the house.
You guys, spoiler alert, season 3. I didn't even want to talk.
You're not going to think it's real, but this is a real story.
It's going to look so fake on TV. You guys in this room all know it is not fake. It scared the crap out of me. And this is not the only one.
Yeah, we're walking through this house. I can tell this.
That's it.
I can tell this part of the story.
Just leave it at that. You have to build the suspense.
All right, building the suspense. You got to watch season 3 to find
She's
out about the
always trying
snake.
to give all the secrets away.
Sometimes we find bones we're not sure are they human or not. We don't know.
We found a gun in a soffit, and her cop friend actually came out to run the numbers on it.
The serial number.
Yeah. What's the numbers?
The numbers, run the numbers. We find a lot of graffiti. This is the graffiti that I can show you.
There's a lot of inspiration.
Yeah. I like the spelling. I like that. Strong.
No regrets? Not even an A?
No regrets?
No?
Nope. Just, got to enjoy the little things. This is a really long one. You can read it later because I have to go fast. What is that one saying? Work hard, play hard. A lot of graffiti. Also, a lot of really sad baby dolls. Really sad. Oh,
do you have a collage of sad baby dolls?
I do. This one actually came home, scared the bejesus out of my husband.
No, this one she took home, she bathed it.
In the kitchen sink.
She restuffed it, and she took a pair of her husband's boxers and made like a wrap dress for it.
Yep.
And it's still in her house.
And it's in the basket of baby toys. So she
I told
just
her if
needed
I have
some
kids
love.
that they're not allowed
But
to
my
play
husband
with
came home and
any
took a
her
picture of it
toys.
in the sink, and he said, "Do you think this means something?" and posted it on Facebook because it was creepy in the
It
sink.
was very creepy.
This one was in 4 feet of water, face down. And from the top
That
of the
was on
stairs.
season 2. I don't know if you guys
from the
saw
top of the
that.
stairs, we're looking down at this going, is that a real dead body? Or nope, just a dead baby doll. Sometimes Winnie the Pooh gets put in timeout. Oh, the saddest baby dolls ever.
How did you find all these?
Okay, this was our original office after the pilot. Oops, let's go back. That's our office. You can see the whole office.
It's about 9 by 10. We did not have an office. This is at Mom's house. It's her grandkid office guest room.
It's a multi-purpose room.
And we've had about 7 people in there. So it was just Mom and I for a long time. My brother Tad helped in and out with the demo. And then when we got the show, we were super, just stupid about it.
Naive. We were naive.
So we thought that they were just coming with cameras and we're literally going to follow what we do. And that's not the job. We film full time and then have to run the business from my cell phone. I look like a huge jerk all the time.
There's some
Very
pictures of that.
self-important.
Just wait.
And then at night, so we have lured as many of our friends and family in to work for us. My sister-in-law is our CEO. My other sister-in-law is everything.
Office
I don't know
manager.
what she
That's what we
does.
call her.
My brother Tad is now under our umbrella, not the contractor. We've got a social media manager who just started as an intern. He's awesome. And then a girl that I waited tables with forever runs our permit world. She's amazing. But so we all crammed into that 9 by 9 office for a long time.
Almost 2 years.
It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah. And this is the living room. Sometimes we overflow in the living room. My husband does not mind that we're working because he has a glass of wine with frozen blueberries, and that's my toy poodle.
And Mom's still in pajamas, if you guys notice in that picture. We're all in normal clothes.
That's how Mina felt about working in my office.
That's just my life every day.
So that's how Mina felt about it. We're going to go back to that. That's how Mina felt. This is how I felt. Season 1, I made an Excel spreadsheet on the wall of my kitchen.
With Post-its.
Of all the projects. It's all color coordinated.
Once you move a Post-it twice, it doesn't stick anymore.
Yeah. And the top row is the date. And then there's the sign, the best plan.
The best laid plans last until the first
Arrow flies from Robert Jordan, Wheel of Time. So about a weekend, I took the whole Excel spreadsheet down. I'm like, we're just screwed. We can't fix this.
Yeah.
This is just some more.
You got under 10 minutes. Make
Okay.
it important. Pick the good ones.
This is a tip you can take home with you. You make your kitchen look really fancy. Really high-end piece of granite in the showcase centerpiece.
That's not a good one.
It is a good one.
Talk about innovative stuff.
That's innovative.
Okay.
It was a remnant, so it was cheap, and then it's IKEA butcher block around the edge, so the whole kitchen was cheap, and it looks really expensive. Yay! Sometimes you have to be bold with color. Sometimes we fall asleep waiting for production, and Mina takes selfies. Tell them about the cat.
Oh, this is a really good story, you guys. I also want to point out first that Mom's hiding her face with the microphone because half of her lip is swollen.
You can't
and
tell from out there,
she couldn't
can
take Benadryl because we were coming here. I don't know if you can tell.
I was in Madagascar recently, and
She was
it
not.
might be played
She doesn't
from
know
the
what's happening to her
lemurs.
face, but it's swollen.
We don't know what happened. We don't know.
Again, if you're not familiar with Fountain Square or Bates Hendricks, I'm not exaggerating when I say that cats run the neighborhood.
Can I give an example?
There are actually, the FACE, which is the clinic, will spay and neuter your cats for free if you live in our zip code.
The
Because it's
cats
that
have a
bad.
committee meeting every evening at 4 p.m. at the corner of Hossbrook and Grove.
Which is the street we live on.
Right, and they take over the intersection. And they're all there, just laying in the street. And if you drive up, they just look
don't
over
know.
their shoulder. No.
They don't move from
No,
my pit
we're-
bull. She's
nothing.
scared of them. They're
Cue you.
tragic. So that's the life of cats in this neighborhood. And our season 2 head camera guy is from Idaho? Idaho. And apparently the cats don't do that in Idaho. So he saw this cat at one of our houses. A cat comes with every house, at least one. Our current cat is named Raygun. He's very sweet. So this cat is wandering around, and the camera guy decides he needs to save him, which I explained to him is not a thing, because if you want to save the cats, there's 500 you need to save. Doesn't listen, so he starts feeding it soft food so it will really like him, so he can take it to get spayed and neutered and get it shot so it can go home with him. So he's feeding it all this wet food, which it's not used to. It's an outdoor cat. And the day that all the furniture comes, so before reveal day when it's all pretty, it's probably like $35,000 worth of furniture in this small house. It probably goes up to like $50,000. Somehow the cat gets locked in the house with all the furniture and the cowskin rug and all the pretty things and poops everywhere. And by the time we got there in the morning, production had already seen it, panicked, and done what it needed to be done. But I thought it was the most hilarious thing that ever happened in the world. And he still took the cat back to Idaho with him, and it lives there now. So our job is kind of crappy some days, but when things like that happen, it just brings a smile to your face.
This is just a nice before and after. This is what the room looked like before. That's what it looked like after.
So while you kind of go through some of these.
Well, and this is a mistake. Sometimes we make mistakes, not very often.
The trim was no good.
Huh? Yeah, we painted the trim blue and we didn't like it. What are you going to do? Well, this is what you're going to do. On another house, we painted this blue. We didn't like it. Mina got out there. She says, I'm changing it.
We did not paint the trim blue.
I did. I painted it blue. I thought it would look good. It was originally painted yellow.
So the point.
And we said, how do we build a Packers house in Indianapolis?
We did.
How did that happen?
It was
For the second time. We've done it once before.
The point being, though, these are all houses last season. And now we went from doing a house and a half a year, which is $180,000 times 1.5. Math is hard.
Math is
So
hard.
nothing. It felt like a lot to us then, and now we're doing 13 houses in about 10 months, which is millions of dollars. And we've not elegantly, but managed to figure out a way to pull our group together. We have amazing employees. We actually have a house that we renovated last season that we kept as our office.
We're not there yet.
Little,
Don't jump ahead.
One. So we have an office. We have a really, really good team, and we're still figuring out and still working on financing and trying to grow. We really want a 2 Chicks real estate company. We have an awesome warehouse that we're going to. Isn't it so pretty?
That's the old fireplace. That's what it looks like now.
Storefront, because a big part, I'm sure as you guys all know, a big part of developing any neighborhoods is getting some commercial locations, some cool commercial spots to kind of anchor the corners. So in Bates Hendricks, where we are, there's a little coffee shop, but that's it. All the other corners are poo. So we really want to.
That's a technical term, poo.
I said it a lot today. So we want to get that store open to kind of, then everyone else kind of jumps on board when you've got, and that's why the bigger companies are really important, because they bring that value to it, and then everyone else feels more comfortable and kind of jumps on the bandwagon.
This is a quiz for the audience. Mina's installing tile here.
You have 2 minutes. This is how you want.
Who knows what she's doing wrong? This is important. What's she doing wrong? This is one of the things we learned in TV. No, you don't know? She's not looking at the camera. That's how you install tile.
It's really hard to do work and not look at it and look at the camera.
Me? I know how to drill. I always do it right. And there's, she screwed it up again. Oh, there we go. This is a scene where our showrunner actually told us try not to look cold. It was 30 degrees.
Mom, if you could murder someone with your eyes, she did it. She went on strike because it was too cold outside. She's gone on no less than 3 strikes. I've gone on none.
They've been completely unsuccessful.
Yes, you're terrible at striking.
Although now they're afraid of me going on strike, so they don't challenge me anymore.
You guys, I think a lot of people when they watch the show, they think I'm like the bossy B-word one. Everyone is way more scared of her, let me tell you, because when she goes, it's 0 to 500. I'm just pretty consistently cranky. So at least I'm
It's low-level cranky all the time. Yeah. I'm willing to go nuclear. Our showrunner and I last season had we had a situation right before Christmas. We went on break for 4 weeks, and when he came back, I said, that didn't work well for either of us, did it? And he goes, no, it didn't. I said, we're not going to do that anymore, are we? He goes, no, we're not. And we haven't. It was fine. But we both basically killed the show in our own way right there in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
We both said, that's it, we're done.
They Hiroshima'd it. It was bad. It was really bad for a while. But I think we've got a grip on things now, and so the business is going well, and the show's been really cool because we have amazing local vendors in Indy and even the surrounding area. And the great thing about HGTV and High Noon, the production company, is they're really interested in Indianapolis being a character in the show. So they've allowed us to feature lots of really cool artists, woodworkers, metalworkers, you name it, which I think most days, Mom is not she would be on a boat somewhere. But I think that's kind of what
My husband's retired.
keeps her going. Is,
I get up every morning, go to work,
Yeah.
and he's in bed in his bathrobe drinking coffee that I made for him. And I would really rather just stay in bed and drink coffee too.
So we get to have fun and do what we like, and the shows put it on a national. It's actually international, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You can watch it on like airplanes. Someone
Mhm.
sent me a picture.
These
But
people are
it
why we
gives
can't
us-
film in our yards anymore.
It gives us the opportunity to be able to help Indianapolis too, which is what you guys are all trying to do for Muncie. So
I love this little
we're gonna end
series.
on that.
No,
Which
no,
is-
we got more. We got more. I'll go fast. Look
We're 30 minutes in.
I like that.
Gary, I don't know.
We
what
get a
you
lot of
wanna do
mother-daughter
over here.
time. It's pretty nice. Oh, wait.
Ooh.
Those are some bad bruises. As somebody said, is that dirt? No, those are bruises. It's a long story. We get to weld. We get to do, look at that. You can get that at IKEA. Did you know that? You can just go
The
pick
bag
one
says,
of
"Do not get in this bag," and I wanted to see if I would fit.
those. Oh, wait. No, wait.
I put a really nice little bow on it. And
No
now you're
Pants
just
Friday.
rambling.
We have the best production crew. No Pants Friday. I said I wanted No Pants Friday. I got it. See? It was worth
Andy's
it.
birthday.
Yep.
All right.
Puppies,
I'm going to physically remove the clicker.
puppy. Oh, wait. Pig. She got a pig. Sometimes you get a pig.
These are the perks of the job. Random people.
Tell them why you hate that I hug you.
Because sometimes she licks me when she
'Cause
does it, and I don't ever
sometimes
know
I
when
lick
it's
her.
going to happen.
We have an animal rescue program. This is Frank.
It's not
he has
working.
a good home
I don't know
now.
what to tell you.
I'm almost. I'm going to be done.
He said you have to go, and he's the boss. So sad. Thank you, guys.
Hello? This one works. Karen and Mina, thank you very much. Great presentation, and real entrepreneurs who had a vision and are really living out and executing that vision. And again, showcasing Indianapolis as well, which is a neat part of it also. Okay, we're running a few minutes over, but we have some really, really, really cool, important stuff coming up. The award winners, and also the award winners from the Big Idea Pitch Competition, who I think are lined up and we're ready to go. So we'll run through these. Everyone, great presentation. Each of the 6 places awarded tonight will receive a cash prize, a unique trophy, and professional business services provided by some of the sponsors, partners, and the Innovation Connector as well. We begin with 6th place, $1,000 and a trophy go to Amanda and Kyle Reninger. Congratulations, Amanda and Kyle. In 5th place, a $1,000 award and a trophy, Wesley Crouch. All right, Wesley, congratulations. In 4th place, $1,500 and a trophy go to Connor Bielat. Congratulations, Connor. In 3rd place, $2,000 in cash and a trophy go to Paul Fabrick. Okay, great job, Paul. Down to our final 2. In 2nd place, $2,500 and a trophy goes to Rhett Barker. Yeah, I know. Congratulations, Rhett. Well, there's not a lot of suspense here, but how about a big round of applause for our first place winner, $5,000 and a trophy, Sydney Conn and Leena Vyas. Congratulations, Sydney and Leena. And congratulations to all 6 of the presenters tonight. Great job, great ideas, and great job presenting as well. It's my turn. Yeah, okay. All right. All right. Now for some very special awards this evening. We begin with the Young Innovators Award. The Innovation Connector is very excited to present the Young Innovators Award tonight as the Connector continues to be amazed by the ambition and the quality of youth that live in the Muncie area. The Innovation Connector, through its Coding Connector and other youth programs, is working to provide our community's next generation with impactful initiatives. We believe our future depends on it. And tonight, to introduce our winner is Kelly Schrock, Executive Director of the Muncie Delaware County Community Foundation.
Good evening. For most young students who play video games, the games are just that, video games, but not for Robbie Samuelson. According to his computer science tutor, Robbie is curious about the what ifs. He asks questions like, can we make this game virtual reality? Or what about making the game multiplayer? This innate curiosity of his is one of many attributes that set Robbie apart from other students his age. It is because of this that the Innovation Connector is proud to honor Burris Laboratory School freshman Robbie Samuelson with the Young Innovators Award. Robbie has been involved in lots of different activities. As a member of the Fixed Gears team, Muncie and Delaware County's first robotics competition team, he helped design extensive software solutions for the robots' visual displays. He's been involved with Google Developers Group in Muncie, attending their day-long conference last fall, where he worked along professionals in the IT world. We are also pleased to recognize Robbie's parents, Rob and Anna Samuelson, this evening. Thank you for encouraging Robbie and providing the opportunities for him to learn and grow in a field of study that he obviously enjoys. Congratulations, Robbie, for being a fine example of leadership in the next generation.
Hi. Thank you to my parents and everyone who's helped me get here.
Congratulations, Robbie. Up next, for the second year, the Innovation Connector is honored to present the Excellence in Mentorship Award. Mentors in areas of our lives play a very vital role in making innovators and entrepreneurs obtain success and impact. Simply said, no one does this thing we call life alone. Here now to present this award is Mitch Isaacs, Executive Director of the Schaefer Leadership Academy.
Good evening. Janine Harold is a Schaefer Leadership Academy founding board member, serving as a guiding force since the organization incorporated as Lead ECI in 2007. With dedication and passion, she helped build this empowering, community-focused organization from the ground up. During Janine's 9 years of service to the organization, she has led as board president, program committee chair, and executive director search committee chair twice, and currently serves as our board recruitment and development team chair. Although Janine's contributions to Schaefer Leadership Academy are impressive and numerous, it's important to note that she continues to have a broad impact on our community that stretches far beyond our organization. In her nearly 45 years of community service, Janine has served as the board president for not only our organization, but also the Muncie YWCA and the Altrusa Club of Muncie. She has served on the board of directors for High Street United Methodist Church and Riley Jones Club for Women. She co-founded the Ball State University Foundation Discovery Group and Muncie Young Professionals. She has served as a consultant for youth programs, including the Indiana District Kiwanis and Wapahani District Girl Scouts Council. She has assisted WIPB Channel 49, Minnetrista Cultural Center, and Ball State University's National Philanthropy Council with fundraising efforts. She has served the City of Muncie as a Muncie Human Rights Commissioner and a member of the Mayor's Council on Women. She has lent her perspective to Muncie Star Press editorial board and is serving as an advisor to the Beech Grove Cemetery History Project. Most of this service occurred while Janine was establishing Ball State's Career Center, where she served as its first and longest tenured director. Finally, and on a very personal note, Janine is one of the finest examples of a mentor that I know. I can say with complete certainty that I would have never had the courage to take the leap of faith from higher education into the not-for-profit world without Janine's guidance and encouragement. She has continued to patiently provide me with the perspective I need to find my way. And I continue to be grateful for the role she has played in my life, as I know she's played the similar role in many others. Ladies and gentlemen, Janine Harold.
I thought he was going to quit with the Beech Grove project, and that was probably appropriate, but thanks, Mitch. And one of the things I've said to other groups is that every morning I get up and I just want to stay relevant. And the only way you can do that is to surround yourself with people younger than you are, and that's what I try to do. So thank you very much.
Well, now we are going to enter the final part of the program where we will actually honor the Excellence in Innovation Awards this year. It is the Board of Directors of the Innovation Connector's job, and my job is to look out into the community to find out those people who have innovated in unique and special ways. A lot of times we think of innovation as something that we do in business, but we find out innovation happens everywhere. And so tonight, you're going to see examples of people that you live with, work with, dine with, and go to the grocery store with, if you can get into the grocery store or not. These people who are proud members of our community. And so with the first introduction of our first Excellence in Innovation, there's a lot of words in this, Excellence in Innovation Awards. I'd like to introduce Mr. Jeff Parsons, Vice President and Commercial Manager for First Merchants Bank.
Thanks, Ted. It's my honor to present this award tonight. You know, women-owned businesses in 2017 really aren't foreign to this world. We hear about them all the time. It's not too often, however, that we hear that construction companies, however, are owned by women. In fact, the United States has less than 8% of its construction companies owned by women. Muncie is fortunate to have not just a women-owned construction company, but a really successful one, and we're here to honor that one tonight. Deanna Case and her husband Don founded this company in January of 2000 with leveraging their home with a home equity loan to get started. Now 17 years later, this certified woman-owned business has grown to employ more than 110 people in our community and surrounding area. It's not easy for a woman to lead a large construction business in such a male-dominated world, and an industry in particular. According to Deanna, and I quote, "My upbringing always taught me that I must work hard for what I want, to set goals high, and to do your best to reach your goals." Don had a similar upbringing, she said. "So when God brought us together, there wasn't much that could stop us. I would not be where I am today without him at my side, and for that I'm grateful. My husband Don is definitely my biggest admirer, and I'm also his as well." Nice team. She didn't just jump into owning a business without a little work in advance. She's got a history of working in a couple other businesses in our community where she learned a lot from a lot of people. She was with Rudder Communications when that company was growing and the media markets were growing. And she worked around a lot of people that were amazing, self-motivated professionals that gave her a foundation from which to operate her own company. She left that employment, went to Central Indiana Orthopedics, and worked with a young lady by the name of Angie Cravens, who was influential and was a role model for her as she continued to grow. Many of the members in our audience tonight, most of you that I look before you, I hear there's about 350 of us in the room tonight, represent lots of industries, lots of businesses. And the one constant for all of us, I think, is change. Something is always changing. The construction industry is not any different. There's a theme there. Changes in laws and rules and construction programs. Deanna has successfully led her 3D company through numerous innovations and changes while keeping her company focused on their core competencies and being on a firm foundation. You know, speaking of a firm foundation, the Innovation Connector that's putting on this event tonight will celebrate its 10th year in its current building next year. Anybody want to know who built that building? 3D company. Please welcome Deanna Case to the stage tonight.
Thank you. Receiving this award is a great honor. While I know there's many people in our community and in this room that could have also been a wonderful recipient of this award, it makes me even more excited to be standing here in front of you. And I had a long speech prepared, but Mr. Baker saved you. He told me I only had 20 seconds earlier, so instead of 30 minutes. I will say, after watching the Good Bones presentation, I am excited that I am a commercial contractor and we do mostly roads and bridges, and I don't have to carry up freezers with meat juice draining down my arms. But anyways, thank you. Thanks to everyone, and thanks to the community and to Muncie.
And to present the next award, Mr. Phil Repp, who's the Dean of the College of Architecture and Planning for Ball State University.
Thank you, Ted. Some words used for the word innovation are change, alteration, transformation, breakthrough, newness, ingenuity, inspiration, and creativity. These words, in fact, accurately describe and define the life of and who William D. Lee is all about. Growing up in a difficult neighborhood, William had to learn to defend himself and his siblings at an early age. He was a large child, so other children often tried to use him to prove their prowess. His mother, Linda, recognized that in order for William to safely excel in the life, he needed to funnel his tremendous natural strength, leadership skills, and supercharged focus in a meaningful and organized way. Because of these talents, William was successful in many sports, but he truly began to shine when he found his way in the Police Athletic League Club. There, William fell in love with the art of boxing. With the guidance of phenomenal role models, discipline, and simple hard work, William became a role model himself. He went on to win the 1999 Golden Gloves Championship Award and the 1999 Boxing Scholarship Award. Also, higher education was important to William. He graduated in 2002 from Hines College in Utica, Mississippi with an associate's degree in welding, cutting, and machine. He came back to Muncie and put his skills to work, but his passion for boxing was never far over. While he worked full-time, he also trained and went on to win the 2002 and 2003 Crowd Pleaser Award in Golden Glove Championships. He won the 2004 Golden Glove Championship and was a national competitor. In 2005, he won the Golden Gloves Championship and was a national competitor and received the Most Outstanding Fighter Award. He was also Indiana's team captain in 2005 for Golden Gloves Nationals. Though boxing ran deeply in William's blood, he was being called to something greater. He could not forget how he was guided by his mother and coaches out of what could have been a harrowing life with hopeless choices. William felt the need to give back. After years of volunteering his time into countless young people in the PAL Club, he started his own nonprofit, Guiding Light Incorporated. William saw Guiding Light as a way to serve people in need. Through Guiding Light, William and his board fed, clothed, and brought hope to many in his hometown of Muncie. Guiding Light also provided the disciplinary programs to many troubled youth in the inner city and YOC. William continues to serve by using all of what he learned from his training as a boxer and his own life experiences. While keeping in touch with all the latest advances in boxing, William learned of a new program that helps patients with Parkinson's disease through specialized boxing techniques and through Rocksteady Boxing. Boxers condition for optimal agility, speed, muscular endurance, accuracy, balance, hand-eye coordination, footwork, and overall strength to defend against overcoming opponents. At Rocksteady Boxing, the opponent is Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's causes a loss in many of the abilities boxers condition to improve. Published research, medical research has shown that forced, intense exercise can reduce and reverse and delay Parkinson's symptoms. Understanding the great value this would have in the Muncie community, Muncie invested in the courses and became Rocksteady certified. As a result, Rocksteady Boxing now offers training for Parkinson's patients at the Guiding Light facility. Muncie is so honored to have an innovator such as William in our community. Moving forward, William says, I will continue to take advice from his mother, Linda. Good advice, William. He will always encourage and guide me. I am so blessed to have a loving partner in Cindy Williams and two beautiful daughters, Grace and Maya. So it is my great honor that the Innovation Connector Award, William D. Lee, with the 2017 Excellence in Innovation Award.
First of all, I would like to thank God for who I believe I am in life. Also, I would like to thank Team Guiding Light. Without them, I definitely would not have been able to accomplish some of the great things. Chair Michael Lee, James William Board, our state representative Sue Arrington, Jolene Houston, board member to be. Jennifer Richards, board. I would like to thank you all, and I would like to thank my mother, Linda King, for laying down the iron rod, for instilling the right thing in me so that I can have the patience and the temperament to be who I am today, and that is to provide for my fellow men. I also would like to thank Innovation Connectors for seeing us fit and providing us with this award. Once again, it is beautiful, and I thank you very much.
Moving right along, our next presenter for the Excellence in Innovation Awards is Charles Dunlap, the Executive Director for the Indiana Bar Foundation.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here to honor and recognize another innovator, Judge Kim Dowling. And you might not necessarily think of government and the judicial system with innovation, but she definitely has done that in the local community and is also a leader in the state. Judge Dowling has done and taken a lead in helping people maneuver through the court system. It can be an overwhelming process and intimidating for many people in our community who may not be able to afford the services of an attorney. In civil cases, people then resort to representing themselves in court, which oftentimes does not yield the best results for them. Not knowing what the court documents need to be filed or where to file them or understand the protocol of the courtroom, cases involving self-represented litigants can often be frustrating and also slow down the judicial process. Delaware Circuit Court 2 Judge, the Honorable Kimberly Dowling, saw this need in our community and wanted to do something about it. Judge Dowling was elected to the bench in 2012, and prior to her election, she served as a family law practitioner in the community for 27 years. Judge Dowling has a general jurisdiction court and also supervises juvenile court, Title 4D court, and CASA programs. She serves on the Indiana Judicial Center Education Committee and is a member of the Indiana Board of Juvenile and Family Court Judges. And she was a member of the Indiana Supreme Court Working Group to address sex trafficking in the state of Indiana, and the Indiana Supreme Court has now named her as chair of the CICS subcommittee through the Indiana Commission on Improving the Status of Children. As you can see, Judge Dowling is a very busy person. Judge Dowling led the Delaware County to become a JDAI community, and through her work there, became aware of the issues of trafficking among juveniles. Judge Dowling has presented at national conferences on trafficking and has presented training on trafficking to juvenile judges at their annual conferences, and she has attended and presented at other national and state conferences on the subject. Judge Dowling chaired the Supreme Court's Unrepresented Litigants Committee in 2015 and was a member of the ad hoc committee on the reorganization of the Pro Bono Commission. She was appointed in 2016 by the Indiana Supreme Court to the Coalition for Court Access, which was formed under the umbrella of the Indiana Bar Foundation. Judge Dowling was granted a scholarship by the Indiana Supreme Court to attend the National Judicial College's course on self-represented litigants. It was through that work that she began her work in the Self-Help Center in Delaware County, bringing those national ideas back to the community that she serves in, and is beginning the orientation session of self-represented litigants. It is because of these innovative efforts that self-represented litigants have a location in the county building to learn about the access to proper court documents to assist with their legal cases. Each week, local attorney volunteers volunteer their time to assist clients navigate through the Self-Help Center the various documents and processes that they need in order to ensure access to justice for themselves. Thank you to Judge Dowling for her diligent work on behalf of all citizens in our community, your innovative mindset in allowing the courts to improve the way their business is done, as well as helping others who need this work truly make a difference in this community. Thank you, Judge Dowling.
Thank you so much for this award. I can tell you that I'm truly blessed to have the job that I do because it gives me the opportunity to work on projects across the state, but also here in Delaware County. And it's what enabled me to put together this self-help center to help all the citizens of Delaware County. Thank you.
Okay, we're nearly done here. Please welcome Kirsten Smith, the Labs Manager and Technology Officer and Associate Director of the Center for Information and Communication Sciences at Ball State University.
Thanks, Ted.
Thanks, Ted. Hi, everybody. It's my great pleasure to be able to present this award to Dell Tech Solutions, represented by Don Engel and Scott Jordan, because at the Innovation Connector, we believe there's everything innovative about being good, old-fashioned customer service. Serving others well has been the foundation of great organizations for, I don't know, a couple thousand years. And Dell Tech Solutions is being recognized for the innovative outcomes of this age-old approach. Network secured, technology efficiently managed, and clients getting the most out of their technology. Like many technology companies started during the personal computer boom, Dell Tech began helping customers in 1990 by building and fixing PCs for people and organizations. Scott A. Jordan founded Dell Tech Solutions in 1990 and now serves as its Chief Technology Officer. Scott has more than 25 years of experience in strategic business technology management and consulting. Scott's role at Dell Tech includes product and service innovation, relationship development, and marketing. As the need for computer networking continued to grow, a focus on small and medium-sized business computer networks and systems quickly became Dell Tech's service focus. And then in 2008, just a year after the first iPhone was released, new owners helped spur a growth phase for Dell Tech as Muncie businessmen Will Davis and Don Engel joined founder Scott Jordan as owners in efforts to expand Dell Tech's client base and bring Dell Tech's expertise and client service orientation to clients outside of Delaware County. Don J. Engel now serves as the president and CEO of Dell Tech Solutions and leads the Dell Tech team in its efforts to serve clients with strategic IT solutions. Don has held positions in executive leadership in the healthcare industry. He has served as faculty for the Olivet Nazarene University and Anderson University, and he previously served as a vice president and general counsel at Ontario Systems before joining Dell Tech in 2008. Today, Dell Tech's client footprint extends beyond its Delaware County roots and includes businesses and organizations throughout the Midwest. One constant throughout the ever-changing needs of clients in the technology space is Dell Tech's commitment to its East Central Indiana community. Dell Tech is a proud partner with great community organizations in and around Muncie and continues to actively pursue ways to support the people who live, work, study, and play in our community. And as Don likes to say, technology evolves, and so do we. The Innovation Connector is proud to honor both Don and Scott with Excellence in Innovation Awards. Thank you all for your impact and investment in the Muncie community, and it's businesses like Dell Tech that make our community a great place. Congratulations.
Ted asked I'd be short and sweet, so I will be less than 10 minutes. Thank you very much. It is really an honor. Thank you, Ted and Ron and Kirsten. We appreciate the Innovation Connector and its commitment to recognize excellence in our great community. Scott and I are privileged to be selected as the recipients of this award, and we're proud of our great team at Dell Tech who make us look really good. Better than we actually are, I believe, and I'm sure that we accept this award on their behalf as well. Scott founded the company, and his dream has beaten the odds and has succeeded going on nearly 28 years. It's not only a great team to be successful, it not only takes a great team to be successful, it takes great clients to partner with, and we are grateful to them as well. Tonight we're celebrating innovation, and you have heard a number of great innovative ideas from some great innovators. To them, I would offer encouragement to persevere. Don't be afraid of failure. Learn from it. Surround yourself with great people. Be focused and work hard. And then pray for endurance. Pray for wisdom. And don't get to pray a prayer of thanks for every success. And sometimes even for the failures. It's from the failures that we learn. Scott and I have found that prayer keeps us humble in the times of success and gives us the courage we need in the tough times. So we're thankful for this community in which we live, in which we get to serve. It continues to be a great place to grow a business. We love it here. It is our home, and we're very honored by tonight's recognition. Thank you.
Our next presenter from TechWise Academy, co-owner Ryan Hunter.
All right, thank you, Ted. It doesn't take long to be with Rosa Selvey to tell that there's something special about her. She has the unique ability to electrify a room of people and the special touch to motivate students to learn and to dream. Rosa is a doer. Rosa makes things happen. Rosa is an innovator. Rosa Selvey is the 6th grade STEM teacher at Southside Middle School. She was driven to become an educator so she could teach young children and challenge them to reach their full potential through hard work. During her 18 years of teaching for Muncie Community Schools, her contributions to her school occur both in and out of the classroom. Rosa plans engaging lessons using multiple instructional strategies, focuses on hands-on activities, cooperative or collaborative learning, and integrates all available technology into her teaching. She ensures that her students' learning is related to real-life experiences, connecting learning across math and science curriculums through STEM. Because of this, Rosa was the key force behind organizing the first ever robotics and coding camp at Southside Middle School this summer. Not only did she recruit students to attend and called them when they didn't show up the first day and made sure that they came the next day, but she played an integral role working with the trainers from TechWise Academy to teach and empower those who attended. Rosa cares deeply about her students and was nominated for the Indiana University Armstrong Teacher Educator Award in 2016 and Teacher of the Year in 2009, 2011, and 2015. She is a willing and active leader. She supports her colleagues by leading the 6th grade math department, being an active mentor for new teachers, and collaborating with all teachers to provide rich and rewarding experiences for the students at Southside. She volunteers her own time outside of the instructional day to help build and strengthen community relationships. Through connections she has made with Red Tail Conservatory, IU Health, Ball Memorial Hospital Foundation, and TechWise Academy, Southside Middle School has been able to provide new and exciting opportunities that had previously not been available to the students. She models to her students the importance of being active in her community by volunteering for 5 boards in Muncie. At least that was the number when this was written, but knowing her, that could be a few more by now. These opportunities allow her to stay current with her community while promoting success for Muncie Community Schools. It's because of these innovative qualities that Rosa Selvey is a recipient of the 2017 Excellence in Innovation Award. Thank you, Rosa, for your investment and impact on the next generation of leaders.
Thank you. A great teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. Let us remember, one book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can change the world. Thank you.
And for our last Excellence in Innovation Award, please welcome to the stage Richard Crist with Whitinger Strategic Services and Whitinger & Company. And while Richard is coming up, you don't have to clap too loud for him, but as he's coming up, I just want to make sure that we recognize publicly the strong support that Richard and his team, Megan, Sheena, Lucas, and Richard, has given us as we have prepared for this. This beautiful program that you've seen and all of the things that you have seen online, everything that has happened as far as design and such, they've been part of that, and they've been the instrumental part of that. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Richard and his team for their tremendous support. They do outstanding work, and they're a great part of our community. So Richard is going to present the next award.
Good evening. I believe you've seen tonight that innovation can happen in nearly every area of our lives. This certainly includes the higher education sector. The Muncie community is fortunate to have an example of this type of innovation right here at Ball State University. Today we celebrate the innovations and entrepreneurial mindset of Eric Harvey. Since 2013, Mr. Harvey has served as the director of the Center for Advancement of Digital Marketing and Analytics in the Miller College of Business at Ball State. He has also written and received a Presidential Academic Excellence Grant for digital marketing and analytics. One of the banners of the center has been a social media competition which Mr. Harvey has led for the first 2 years. In 2018, the center will bring a digital marketing summit to Ball State University along with the 3rd annual social media competition, while also continuing to grow Move Media, the only collegiate student-run social media marketing agency in the country. His professional accomplishments include authoring a book entitled Developing an Integrated Marketing Plan. He is currently working on a new book that is focused on professors teaching social media marketing. If you understand this segment of work, you understand it's pioneering work, as most of what is happening in that aspect is new and moving and changing every day. Mr. Harvey's claim to fame also includes developing, marketing, and delivering the Jet Connect product for Verizon Airphone, which pioneered emailing and instant messaging on airplanes. He collaborated with marketing professors on a panel at AMA's summer conference addressing utilizing the millennial generation skills as digital natives for social media marketing education in the business community. That's a mouthful. He has also worked with business school professors abroad in conjunction with Ball State University's Center for International Development and the United States Agency for International Development on economic development initiatives. Because of his creative thinking, vision, and work to prepare Ball State students for the future, we want to honor and recognize Mr. Eric Harvey with this Excellence in Innovation Award.
You could present this to him.
Ted said you got a couple seconds. Okay. Anyway, I want to thank Ted and his committee for recognizing CADMA, our team there at Ball State University. Certainly want to thank Ball State University and our dean of the Miller College of Business, Dean Bott, that allows me to come to work every day and innovate. Certainly want to thank the CADMA team who is here to support us. Certainly couldn't do the things that we do without them. And my beautiful wife, which lets me drive up and down 69 every day to come to Ball State. So thank you.
Well, congratulations to all of the award winners tonight, an impressive group indeed. To close out our evening, it's now my pleasure to welcome the chair of the Innovation Connector Board of Directors and president and CEO and co-founder of Ontario Systems, Mr. Ron Fauquher.
Thank you, Gary. We're getting close to the end, so bear with me. There are some people we need to thank. First of all, I want to thank Gary for being here. Gary's certainly an innovator in his own right and a champion for business all across the state of Indiana. We're delighted to have you. Wow, what an evening. When you kind of think about what we're doing here, there's nothing quite like it here in Muncie, Indiana, in the rest of the year, where we get to actually see business formation occurring and the ideas coming forth in their formative stage, as well as recognizing that creativity force that lives right here with us makes the place we live stronger, creates jobs, and keeps those organizations healthier. So thank you to all of you who have been award winners, especially our Big Pitch finalists. I predict some big things for Sydney and Leena down the road as you kind of look at their taking their idea on the road. And congratulations to every Innovation Award winner. But tonight, before we close, there's some people I would like to recognize. All year long, there's a small group of people, the board of directors of Innovation Connector, that work to find these folks and keep the Innovation Connector solid and a stable force in our community. Hold your applause to the end. I do want them to stand. They're not all here, so I'll call their names so you know who they are and you can thank them in the community. Jim Borgman of Defer Veran, Dr. Rob Jeffs of Ivy Tech, Scott McKee of First Merchants Bank, Jim Riggle of Indiana Michigan Power, Kirsten Smith of the Center for Information and Communication Sciences, Dr. Jennifer Bott, the Dean of the Miller College of Business at Ball State, the Honorable Dennis Tyler, Mayor of Muncie, and Steve Anderson, retired Chairman of First Merchants Bank. Please help me in thanking these folks for what they do. But the highest praise tonight goes to the small but mighty staff at the Innovation Connector who worked diligently all year to kind of get ready for this, to prepare and manage this event. You know, as you kind of look at that, it goes over weeks to get here. It doesn't just happen tonight. Their energy and indeed their innovation is what makes it work. So please recognize Alexis Ditchman, Lori Albert, and Ted Baker. I want them to stand. The brains, the brawn, and the heart and soul of the Innovation Connector. The power of an idea. 15 years ago, a single idea emanating from the award-winning Vision 2001 economic program of the Muncie, Delaware County Chamber of Commerce, and brought forth by the founder of the Innovation Connector, one of our own entrepreneurs, Bill Skinner, created something that had never before existed in our community, the Innovation Connector. A place where business ideas can be born, nurtured, accelerated, developed, and connected to the myriad resources that we have, not just in this community, but across the state, to help those entrepreneurs push forward, take their ideas, get them to the next step, or fail gracefully so they can do it again. The Innovation Connector is that place, a very real startup in its own right, sometimes scraping to exist, but now houses over 23 existing businesses, coaches another 30, has over 100 people on the payroll in those businesses, over $4.5 million of payrolls that is getting paid right here in Muncie and Delaware County, allowing those businesses to thrive. So ladies and gentlemen, if we want a vibrant community here in East Central Indiana, it's up to us to create that vibrant community. So I have a call to action for all of you tonight. They should have never given me the podium. Take a look at tonight's program, and especially the ways in which the Innovation Connector can assist you. Spread the word about what we do and the services we have to offer. Volunteer to help coach an entrepreneur or help a business, especially in your skill area or area of expertise or profession. If you're interested in starting a business, stop in and see Ted. He's there all the time. There is no better time to do it. Or be a connector yourself by sending an entrepreneur that you know of who may just have an idea to come see Ted and join them with the people who connect them to ideas and resources across this community. In short, I'm asking you to join the entrepreneurial ecosystem of Muncie, Delaware County, and East Central Indiana. I can assure you, you'll be glad you did. So as a reminder, there's a mug on the table for each of you. You'll notice the slogan, Get Connected. Take the mug, put it in a prominent place so you can see it every day and remind you to not only yourself, but help others get connected right here in Muncie, Indiana. And just so you know that the Innovation Connector is just like every business and organization that you're in, it's always on the move. We'll wrap up here in a couple of minutes. And tomorrow morning at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m., we invite all of you to the launch of 1 Million Cups program at the Innovation Connector. 1 Million Cups is a free nationwide program created by and funded by the Kauffman Foundation, an acclaimed international foundation that supports entrepreneurial activities. And the program kicks off tomorrow and then will run on the second Wednesday of every week going, of which 2 business plans, 2 pitches will be given each time. And the public, it's free to the public, and you can kind of critique and come learn as you go. It's an exciting, innovative program. Starts tomorrow, so join us. That concludes our programs tonight. Congratulations to all the winners, award winners. Thank you for joining us in this celebration of innovation. Good night, and drive safely on your way home.